So after a couple great days in Smithers, we packed the trucks up and we were driving west to Terrace.
The drive's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful rivers where you can stop off and take photos, all these scenic outlooks. My first impression was just like wilderness, like wow.
The scale of the mountains just start to rise up. The Seven Sisters are right there with their jagged peaks, and you're sitting right beside the Skeena River. That it's almost like this river's taking you to, I don't know, the next crazy adventure. The first day in Terrace, we went up to the local resort Shames and met up with a bit of a local legend, Brad Zirup, was a long-time fishing guide in the area, but now has turned absolute die-hard ski tourer.
My name is Brad Zirup, and I was born in Newfoundland, Canada, raised in Michigan, and now I live here in Terrace.
Brad's a total character, and his excitement for skiing and just life in general is super infectious. So it was just nice to have that local insight and just even skiing around with someone who's absolutely that stoked on skiing.
You got this start. Wasn't the double cork 12 that he said he was going to do, but it was a pretty nice stop.
Shames is an awesome mountain with close to 2,000 feet of vertical, and it is nestled in some of the most spectacular ski terrain you have ever seen. Oh yeah, that's the beauty of it. I love to ski, but I love to explore even more, and there's for sure like a lifetime of exploration in the neighborhood here. It's amazing.
So we stayed at the Skeena River House, which is run by Brad and his wife, Kim. It's this beautiful bed and breakfast right on the edge of the river, and just kind of set the whole scene for the Terrace trip. You're right there and the mountains in the view and then the river right at your feet. It was kind of just the perfect spot for us to set off on our Terrace adventure. To equate it to skiing, it's almost like going heli skiing in Alaska to have an opportunity to go fishing on the Skeena.
The Skeena River is the lifeblood of our whole community and watershed, which is one of the world's last greatest undammed wild salmon and steelhead rivers.
So we were lucky enough to get one day of guided fishing on the Skeena, and that's always been a bit of a bucket list thing for me, for sure.
It was fun to hang out with Riley and Simon, not on our skis, and I think fishing gave us that.
The start of the day, I was pretty certain I was going to catch a fish, but on my first try at casting a line, I realised it wasn't going to be that easy. But I felt very Canadian today.
It was cool to try something new and to understand why people are so passionate up in BC.
The drive up to the mountain is just beautiful. You're about a half an hour out of town, and as soon as you turn off the main highway, you're onto a well-maintained dirt road. You're winding up and you're just looking at these massive, massive mountains on either side, which ends with a switchback up right before what they call the Valley of Certain Doom. So that gives you a good picture of what this place actually looks like. And then you switch back your way up and pull into this quaint little parking lot with a nice little cafeteria and boot room and the Welcome to Shames sign. We showed up and it was like total spring fling. It was just this super good vibe that everyone was like there to have a good time, and that was definitely our program too. We knew it was gonna be warm and we just embraced it, and we were hitting little side booters and ripping the snake run with a bunch of the local kids, and felt like spring vacation. It was awesome.
Shane's is unique because we became North America's first community-owned nonprofit ski cooperative. And skiing is the greatest gift my parents ever gave me. It's something that you can do your whole life, and it's a real foundation to the quality of life in our town here.
Just to see all the kids ripping under the chairlift, and then, you know, all the parents hanging around, campers in the parking lot, it was just this really good vibe that you don't see too much anymore.
So what do we got? We got the toast stand. All right, 3, 2, 1, toast it.
In what seems like a bit of a theme in the north, Dave gives us a call and says that he's got a friend who happens to be a pilot with an A-star at his house at this moment.
I've never skied across since I was 14.